We use things like lick mats to help distract the pets when they're stressed out. But it's really this whole training program using a bunch of different methods to help get the pet to a point where they're comfortable with the grooming process.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's very holistic.
Yes.
You have to kind of look at the dog as a whole. People too, like we need to look at, instead of just nitpicking these different things, a skin problem could be a low thyroid and they're feeding old Roy, you know what I mean? And I will tell you, and I am that person who will be like, yeah, no, don't feed old Roy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the pet parents rely on us to give them the information. We're the pet professionals. They rely on us.
Right. And that's where I feel like also that relationship between you, them, and the vet is important. A lot of vets, if not most all vets, do not have the training in vet school, for diet. And, vets I know just are like first ones to tell us that, tell me that.
Yes.
And then also for behavior, that's why they're veterinary behaviorists, and that's why they're veterinarians who are specialize in nutrition. There are few and far between on all accounts, unfortunately, but like you need to have that specialty out there for those types of situations, in my opinion. And it is good to say, hey, listen, this is what I found and this is where I found it, and and here's the resource so that you can educate yourself, and not just some YouTube video or something, but like, a real evidence-based area to go, or person to, get education from. So I think it's really important. There was something else. I have to look at I have notes here and I have notes in front of me, but there was one other thing that kind of wanted to bring up. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in San Diego. What about you?
Nice. I'm in Florida on the East Coast.
Nice.
We don't even talk about Florida. It's so crazy. I'm like, if it wasn't warm and flat here, I would.
Well, I'd say come to San Diego, but it's expensive as heck, and I would not really recommend.
Yeah, I actually almost moved to San Diego before I opened up and expanded my business and stuff, and but it's so expensive back then too,
It's even worse now. And also, I love your platform and thank you for everything that you're doing. This is amazing. And as you've heard, I've been in the training world, and so I know. Yeah.
Oh, no, you've been around, and
I've seen it. Luckily now my best friend in San Diego, he owns a dog training company, and he's amazing. I love and trust him. So finally I have somebody that I can trust, because there's this one guy in San Diego that's kind of been like the staple for a while. And it has not evolved with the times. And so I didn't have anybody to recommend people to. And now I do. He's been in business just about over a year now. So
that's awesome.
It's such a relief.
Yeah, it is a relief, because like clients, I used to live in Tampa Bay, and still have clients there and stuff, and they're like, where can I take the new puppy for a group class? And I'm like, let me do research, and I've got to go through and do my own. And I'm like, okay, go here or here, so I have like some great people over there for group classes, for agility, for dock diving,
let me know those. I would love to know those resources, because we have locations in Tampa, and part of our technology, part of that wellness check is behavioral. We ask them about their behavior, and if they need a referral to a trainer, we will refer them. So we need the good quality trainers.
I'll shoot you like an email or text.
Perfect. That would be great. I would love that.
Yeah, because these are good people. I wish you had a place over here.
We have a location that's opening in Tampa in probably like a a month or two. So we have West Bradenton, Palmetto, and then Sarasota. We are our locations in Florida right now, and then Tampa's coming soon. We also just got a new territory in West Palm Beach that'll be coming, probably first location within like 8 months or so.
All
So
right.
we're coming. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm not that. I'm kind of like about. I think we're about 45 minutes from West Palm.
Oh, okay,
But
cool.
I would love to find. Actually, I would love to. Are you guys ever gonna go into maybe mobile grooming and get out into the community?
Yeah, I don't know, because with my thing with mobile grooming is it's kind of hard with the fear free, because sometimes we need multiple people. So that's the piece that I struggle with is part of the training. I wouldn't have been able to do like as much as I could with a lot of these dogs if I didn't have an additional person there, just whispering sweet nothings and telling
Oh
them
yeah,
how pretty they are, so like
you
that.
definitely need a team for sure.
Yeah, so that's the piece that we're trying to solve. So we're definitely open to it, considering it, recognize there's a huge need, there's a huge demand, and there's it's definitely a great service to offer, but we want to stay really, really aligned with being AKC safe and fear-free certified and all of that. So we're working through kind of what that might look like. So possible in the future, but right now we're focused more on the retail storefront
Yeah,
locations.
for sure, for sure. And just so people understand, I'm still looking for the question, but I do want to ask you, just so people out there understand, like, um, what sets you apart from a, either a box store, like like a PetSmart, or, just another big company type of
Yeah.
thing? Like, why should somebody go to you guys as opposed to, like, a box store groomer?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a great question. And there's a few different reasons. One of my favorite things about, from the pet parents experience, the design of our well groomed pets locations is the transparency. So when you walk into a well groomed pets, there's going to be the lobby with a nice podium and then a glass wall so that you can see back into the grooming area. You can see into the bathing area. You can see into the drying area. So there's full transparency and visibility. So you can see exactly what's happening to the pets. And that's something that brings a lot of comfort to pet parents. A lot of these salons, part of the problem is that things happen behind closed doors. And so we don't really know, we don't really get to see what's going on back there and what the pets are feeling like, right? So that's one of the really cool things that's a little bit different just from the store itself. We also use some of the highest quality products on the market. We use Hydra products, shampoos, and conditioners, and they are amazing, top of the line. So that's a step above what type of product your pet is going to be receiving during their grooming process at the majority of these other salons as well. So those are a couple just kind of basic things. But aside from that, the individuals are trained. So our groomers and our bathers and our wellness technicians are trained in ways that other groomers aren't. We have all of this wellness training that is specific to what we're trying to do here at Well Groomed Pets. And there's not a wellness certification out there in the industry or anything like that. This is something that is unique to Well Groomed. And we have our advisors are, some of the best veterinarians in the country. We've got Dr. Marty Becker, who's the founder of Fear Free. He's actually one of
Yep,
we
I know.
love Marty. So Marty's part of the Well Groomed Pets family as well. And then we've got Dr. David Haworth, who is an amazing veterinarian. Also, you can, I can't, I would take me 10 minutes to relay his resume. So you'll have to just look him up on LinkedIn, but amazing, amazing gentleman as well. And they help us with supporting the services that we're providing for these pets and making sure that they really are supporting wellness. So of course, we know wellness is a trend in the industry, but Well Groomed Pets, we truly invested into providing the best wellness related care that we can for these pets and supporting the veterinarians in that. So those are a few different things, but also the groomers themselves, we are providing continuous training to them. So most groomers in this industry, if you want, to learn more, you want to improve your career, you have to kind of travel to these shows like Super Zoo or Hershey a few times a year throughout the country. And that's really where you get your training. So for us, we actually have trainings monthly for our groomers that are virtual on different topics. And it could be something that we hear directly from the team. Hey, can we have a training on this? Or it could be a new hot topic in the industry. And there's a bunch of different things that we train on. But so the groomers are continuously being trained and improving and developing as well. So you have really, really high quality products, really high quality environment, and the highest level of training, both from a wellness perspective, from a handling perspective and a fear-free perspective, and from a technique and grooming perspective as well. So everything's kind of meant to be a step above. And our one of our big things as well is no smell, no sound, no mess. Like it's a calm environment, more spa like. And then of course, there's simple things like the booking process and our technology, and that kind of streamlines things as well, of course. But those are kind of the main differentiators at Well Groomed. It's just a much more elevated experience that's focused on creating the most customized care plan that we can for that pet in the long run.